I want to talk to you about ants. It's kind of a humorous way to present, I think, a really important perspective that we should have on life. I'm talking about not that good ant that we can learn from. I'm talking about the ants, and I use that imagery on purpose to kill them. First of all, to be able to kill negative thoughts, that kind of presumes this that we can control, we can separate ourselves from thoughts, and not everybody understands that to be true. Matter of fact, some people can't get out of their emotions. Their emotions are so tied to who they are that the identity is so strong they cannot live, or they don't understand that they could live better above their emotions. Oh, you doubt me? Babies are pure emotion, and their life is embedded within the emotions. They don't. I have a thought. It's more like feel, feel, feel as they are developing. Again, this is nature, and we learn from it. Eventually, we get to the point where we learn, okay, that we have to control emotions somewhat. Thoughts and understanding how they're separate from us. Coming from the idea that emotions, we could separate ourselves from them and be above them. Okay, let me take another bat at that, swing at it. Okay, the idea that our emotions can be controlled and we need to be above them and separate from them, and is a sign, a mark of maturity. Absolutely. Imagine a parent that cannot control their anger towards their children. Okay, so imagine a couple, a husband and wife, who cannot control their anger towards each other. So there's a presumption here that it can be done, right? But yet humans do not. In the very, very beginning, we had the child, the firstborn of Adam and Eve, whose name was Cain. Cain had anger in his heart. This is really quick in the book of Genesis in the story, because God did not approve of the sacrifice that he made unto God. He got angry. He probably was jealous too, because God approved of Abel's. Okay, and then it's noted that sin is ready to crouch at you and to leap you and take control over you, because of the inability to step aside and to let that go, to take that negativity and put it where it belongs, which is outside of you. So that's why I'm talking about this. This affects our life in so many different ways. Back to the thoughts now, from the emotions to the thoughts. I'd like to talk to you about automatic negative thoughts, but I'm coining as ants. Automatic negative thoughts. I like to talk about thoughts and what they are and where they come from and how to deal with them when they're negative. First, thoughts. What are they? Thoughts are energy. They are things, but they're energy. Where do thoughts come from? Where do thoughts come from? Well, they come from outside of us. As we go into the world, as we encounter life, thoughts emerge. You see a little puppy. What thoughts emerge? Oh, isn't that a cute puppy? So you see a spider on the wall. It's a big spider. Now it's moving. It's going down the wall, headed towards your bedpost. Going to your bedpost towards your pillow. What are your thoughts? Had the spider not been there, the thoughts would not have been there. The thoughts comes from without you. Thoughts also come from within us. I could be in bed with the lights out. The mind can be quite active, the heart can be quite active. Ruminating. Thoughts are in our conscious mind. Our conscious, in the Bible we would call that the soul. It's your character, it's your mind, it's your personality, it's your value system. In a sense, it would be all that you cover your spirit with. Hopefully all good things. As God clothes himself and covers himself with glory. So thoughts come from without us, and they come from within us. Thoughts live within us. Those are thoughts that we pretty much already own, we possess. They come from our heart. It's that which comes out of a man that defiles the person. It's the words that come out. It shows what's inside of a person. So thoughts do come from within us. We should take care that they're not negative. For we have a sinful nature. And surely, because of that sinful nature, that which is not what we want, it's still there. And it still arises, still emerges. And we don't want to experience the fruit of that. A good reason to kill those automatic negative thoughts. Thoughts aren't just outside of us. They're not just inside of us. They're also automatic. Try to stop a thought. Go into a pet store and see the puppies. Try to stop the thoughts from happening. Yeah, walk away saying they were all ugly creatures. Good luck with that. So they're automatic. They come as we experience the world. Knowing how to cut off the negative ones, because they will come, is a crucial tool to have in our lives. For negative thoughts, well, they poison us. Negative thoughts is like mold on cheese. You gotta scrape it off, gotta get rid of it. You don't want to eat that. You don't want that to continue to abide in our lives. It causes problems. It will steal our joy. It will steal our peace. It will steal good things from us. Can you hate and love at the same time? Usually we're filled with one at the expense of the other. We're filled with joy or we're filled with sadness. Again, usually one or the other. Can you have both? Yes. But typically, no. Knowing that thoughts are automatic, that they emerge automatically, that they come at us and come from within us automatically. Well, know this.
that thoughts are not you. There's no reason to say that thought came from me. That thought is me. And there's no reason to think that thought is even true. Now, considering the fact that we think most of our thoughts over and over and over again, each and every day, it's good to do a little review, do some house cleaning. See any negativity? See doubt in your life? See self-hatred, self-loathing? How's your attitude? When these things are automatic and they're negative, when they're both happening, they're hard to break. Because they're automatic means they've been programmed. They're already a program. And it just runs. And until you recognize that, you really can't stop it. So when automatic thoughts come up, realizing that they don't come from you, they just come. And you don't own it until you own it, until you take possession of it, until you say, hey, that's me, I agree with that. Now, to kill the automatic negative thoughts, to kill the ants, okay, you got to be aware of this first. They got to recognize, hey, this is negative. This isn't good. Number two, you got to separate it. That's not me. That's not me. That's why it's important you know what thoughts are and that they don't necessarily come from you. When you speak words, maybe you're speaking out of your heart. Out of your heart will come the abundance of your life. Out of your heart will come your thoughts. Things that you believe in, but how they get there to begin with. They were thoughts in the world, in you, without you, that you encountered, that you grabbed a hold of and possessed, and you covered yourself with them. You made them part of who you truly are. Now, when the negative thoughts come, automatically, let's realize that, hey, it's just the way it is. I don't have to hang on to this thought. I don't have to hold it. I don't have to entertain it. I don't have to possess it. And if I'm having difficulty, well, look up. Look for thoughts that come from above. Look for thoughts that come from heaven. Just look up. And I want you to look above. Heaven above. Always look up. Always look up to God, who's always got his eyes on you. Always has his love on you. And there's a heaven full of good thoughts, good ideas, good ways of thinking. Just think about love and joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness. Gotta say self-control. And there's thanksgiving and praise. Good ideas. So you want to kill the ants? You want a better life? That's what a positive life is. It's better. God wants you to live a higher life. He calls us to higher things. He calls us up and always upward. He calls us up Mount Zion, Mount Jerusalem, the holy mountain, the new city of God. It's an upward calling. And it's a calling that's always going to take us out of the negative. We should walk on negative like Jesus walked on water. That's the ideal anyways. So, I encourage and exhort you to grasp this idea that clean house. Don't let the bad ants in. Get rid of those automatic negative thoughts. And finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely and beautiful, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think upon these things.